Yo, 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 can y'all hear me? I'm gonna get the camera set up in a bit here, but I just want to stream. I'm currently in a trade right now. But yeah, I called this to the group, or private trading group. I told everyone that I'm looking for this long here, so we'll see what happens here. It is so far, it's in like one risk reward profit. My target is going to be there's two different, so there's technically three targets for this trade. You can either target the trend line liquidity right here, or any of these highs here. Target the PY right above trend line liquidity, which typically works very well, or you can target the PY up here. So it really depends, but I'm thinking to target potentially up here just because it's a little bit more risky, but just because this is a high time frame liquidity point instead of a smaller lower time frame, we should be ideally getting a bigger move, right? So we'll see what happens here. We had a SMT with ES, even though ES took out both London lows. I took a break even and took a -1 RR here. This is so unfortunate because this trade, it was supposed to go to my TP, but it didn't. It literally edged it. So unfortunately, you got edged. So yeah, this I should have managed this trade better for sure. I definitely could have managed to break even or something else. And then in Asia session, I took trades in ES. I think that one day I was trading ES in Asia, I just had bad luck because that one day I was streaming the Asia session, or the first day I was streaming Asia session, Asia, bro. If you just watch the stream, you can see how bad price action was on the stream. So I was just like, there's no way I'm trading this again if it's gonna continue bad price action. But then now it's like not too bad, honestly. So I realized, it's not too bad price action at times on ES. Now, obviously, gold is still the main thing you want to be trading if you're trading Asia session, but it wasn't too bad. I took a break even here, stop hunter setup. You can say, yeah, I went through risk reward. I could have captured 3 risk reward. It's all good. I just followed my trading system. And I took a 6 risk reward here off this mitigation of the flip. And then what I was looking here was an anticipation of a mitigation cycle. So I did mark out this PY just to see how price would react here. But I was anticipating this as another stop hunter setup into a internal swing structure delivery here. So that's what happened here. And we TP'd for a 6 risk reward here. And then I took a, dude, this sucks. I got weight down this trade by 1 tick. My stop loss was right there at the exact same price, and I basically got taken out there. So very unfortunate there, because that definitely would have played out. As you can see, it did play out. Just answering some questions in a Discord here now, guys. I got too many tabs open right now, y'all. Give me a second. Is anyone else in this long with me on NQ? We're about to hit TP soon. You guys are watching here. I gotta send a. I have to do this manually every time because I think Discord. Actually, no, Discord did send out the stream today. Hopefully, people are on here. Let me check. If you're on the stream right now, leave a like right now. Let me know that you're actually in the stream. I'm gonna make the bot so it sends you messages here. Yo, yo, yo. I gotta close my video editor here. I was gonna do an edit on a YouTube video, but it's gonna lag the screen or stream. But yeah, if you guys are wondering what this trade is, I literally called this setup to the private Discord literally like in real time. If you guys want it, I can send a screenshot of proof. Where is this? But yeah, here's the screenshot. Okay, I called it at 12:56. I was saying I was looking for longs here at NQ at the exact price here. And we're currently in profit right now, right? Said I was going to see if I can get filled here. I'm in here right now. And we're about to hit TP soon. So TPs, like I said, you can TP here at the high right there, which is already TP. The other TP you can have is at the PY right above trend liquidity, which is a smart idea. I think we could potentially run it a bit higher because this is the high time frame sweep, not just a normal internal POI. But that would be a potential TP, for example. If you want a TP there, there's two different ways to manage your stop loss the way I teach it within a course. You could have doubled almost your risk reward here, depending on which stop loss method you want to use based on what I teach. But yeah, you know, it really depends. I don't personally take partials. I just exit my entire position at one price point. So if you want to just TP at the trend liquidity, you TP there exactly for 2 risk reward there. That wouldn't be considered a scalp. Scalps are more like 1 risk reward, but you know, it's 2 risk rewards. Like if you're down for a day, 2 risk reward because you at break even or maybe positive. Thinking if I should put some music, because actually the music that was not supposed to be copyrighted yesterday, for some reason the stream got copyrighted. So I'm just like, how did that even happen? Like, what is going on with YouTube? again, you guys have friends and family or people interested in just these free trading streams. If you're curious, you can invite them to the stream. If you guys think I should just have people on call on stream that want to hop in a call on stream, you can chill and talk. That'd be cool too. But yeah, right now I'm just currently holding this trade. Yeah, and there's different ways you can TP, honestly, and manage this trade. So if you just chose a trend like liquidity TP, you would have TP'd. I went over earlier on stream that these trades here. Oh, why I took them. I got wicked out for a one risk reward here. Unfortunately, this is so dumb. I'm going to have to start, honestly, based on what I've been seeing in the markets, increasing my stop loss a little bit more. Give it a little bit more breathing room. Might have to use a stop loss at some point because stuff like this is just absolutely insane. I would have been up 9 risk reward in 8 session on ES. But instead of that, I was only up 5. So almost a 2 times difference because of one little tick. Let's see what ES is doing. ES we already took out the 2 session lows. We did not take these lows out here. Well, that's not guaranteed. We don't have to. We tapped into a PY right below, which is actually very valid. On ES, we should be going for these highs here, or at least this high here. Where can we see your live calls on Discord? I cannot find them. Sam, it's for the, what's it called? If you're talking about the trade call out that I gave for this trade, you have to join the course. So it's only for the course members or the private mentorship students. So if you bought a course or private mentorship, you'll get access to that private channel. Now, what's your user tag, Sam? If you're in the course already, just let me know and I can add you. But I'll have to verify, obviously. But usually in WAP, it auto once you buy the course, WAP usually auto adds you to the course or to the Discord. Like there's a Discord integration, so you should be able to just get that through there. For those that just joined, here's the trade we're currently in. Called it out to the group right here, if you're wondering. Ahead of time. It's a very good long in my opinion. The only thing I'd say counter to this long would just be last time when we built a trend liquidity like this last month, we chopped like absolutely crazy the rest of the session basically. So, but to be fair, I believe that day we had FOMC, so it's a slightly different situation, but nonetheless, I was just a little bit more cautious today for this, but this was a good sweep here. We had an instant reaction and we're pumping. And of course, if you just scalped this, you would have already TP'd. This would have been a free winner. Easy free winner. Bro, I forgot to unmute my mic. You guys hear me now? Thought I would have already subscribed. Did so now. Nice. Stream Elements bot doing good work. It's just a bot for those that are wondering. My first time seeing a Stream Elements thing, dude, I thought it was a real person. I was like so confused. Hopefully I have the settings set up right here with the bot. Let me see. But yeah, we're currently in this trade right now. It depends on where you want to TP. Like I said, if you just TP'd at the trend liquidity, it hit literally to the tick. Kid you not. But I did send this setup to the group earlier. And I explained to you guys there's 3 different types of TPs you could have for this setup. And the reason why you can also TP further. But I have PTSD from trading this. Because last time this happened, we had like just chopped the whole day. Unfortunately. I need to check ES right now. Let's see. Hold on, I didn't unmute my mic there. I'm trying to find the stream chat. I think I lost it. That's too many tabs open up right now. Where'd it go? This is Streamlabs. Oh, I forgot to add the overlays today. Whoops. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I was trying to figure out because the mic, every time, I can test it right now. Every time it hit the wire or cable, it makes a sound. Yeah, you can hear that. Okay, that's weird. Someone asked a question. When do you start? I just honestly, these live streams are just free for YouTube, so it's just like I just stream whenever I feel like it. Whenever I feel like streaming, I'll stream. If I don't feel good the day, feel too tired, whatever, I'll just not stream. No one's paying for these streams too, so it's just like I'm just doing it just for fun. Only on micro to the tick. I'm reading something in chat from a member. 1 hour? Oh, he means on. You said on MNQ. Yeah. Thing is, on to the tick, it counts. Like, because of how futures works with the increments in pricing on assets, like if it's equal pricing, it hit. You know what I mean? So like, for example, for those that just joined, by the way, I called this long here out to this group at 12:56. I was basically anticipating with my limit order here. This is the trade I took here. Okay, and I told the group, which is if you want to get inside access to the private trading group, you just have to get the course essentially, at least, and you get access to it as a bonus. But yeah, there's that. Just as proof, I called it out earlier that I'm looking for longs here. But like, for example, if we see if I find an example here. Like, for example, if this wick here, high here, was the exact same price as the low of this wick here, that counts as mitigation for me. Because it happens sometimes where it hits it exactly to the wick. Especially on my OB entry models, it does that. So yeah, those do count. Same with trend liquidity. I personally don't trade equal highs, equal lows. So to me, like, they don't matter if they make equal or not. It doesn't consider it getting taken out. No music today, by the way, for y'all that are wondering for stream. I got copyrighted again last time, even though it wasn't supposed to be copyrighted. It's not copyrighted music, so I don't understand how it got copyrighted. But nonetheless, yeah, stuff happens. Stuff happens. This is a 2 risk reward trade. If you took it to the trend line liquidity, I said there's 3 TPs here you could have had. One was this here, take everything out on the trend line liquidity. Other one was a POI right above, and then the third one is if you want a TP at the POI indicator right here above. I'm gonna take an entry here, guys. Or I probably can't say that on YouTube. I'll take a trade idea here. If this closes above. The only issue is we might hit the internal point before we get the entry. That's what ES did. ES mitigate anything? No, it did not. I'm gonna take it on NQ. And then I'm just going to ride it towards the POI mitigation above. You can scalp it, but honestly, the scalp is like... The risk reward to scalp this is so low. I don't even think you can. 7. Yeah, nah, you really can't even scalp this, to be honest. It would be really hard. But yeah, Mike, this was a long I did take. Or not this one. Or this one, yeah. And then the NQ one. And I'm currently in longs right now. We'll see. We should be able to get at least to take that high out. If we get that internal high taken, we could get a stop hunter setup, which would go against me. Because that's one of my other setups. We are bearish here. Because we failed to go higher off the liquidity sweep. We usually would go higher, or should be going much higher, since it's a high time for liquidity sweep, but we failed. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to switch time frames here to see what else is looking, or what other time frames are looking like. because I'm not a fan of taking just like liquidity sweeps without, like, after the first one is okay, but if it's a raw liquidity sweep after the first failure, I'm not a huge fan of those. I'm more of a fan if we tap into some POI after we sweep liquidity, which I don't think we have any here. This was more so of a quick decision making I just had to do there because I just saw it. But okay, so we do have the 30-minute there, right here. We have a 30-minute unmitigated on NQ. Let's see what ES looks like. See, ES we didn't mitigate anything. It looks like inducement on a 30. No, it's not. It is all this series inducement. Did we? If we took it out right here, let's see. So we did actually take it out. Okay. And then the reason why longs early failed, I guess, is just because we take out pre-stay high. And if you think about price fractally in the markets, right? Actually, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna move my chart over here and stream on the other side so it's easier for you guys to see. Hold on. But basically, if you think about price fractally, a candle high and candle low is a range. Any candle high and low, or any price point high or low, is literally a range in the market. So if we take out the top of a wick, you can expect a reversal, and that's basically what we had. Now, we did not have a great reversal here off pre-stay high, but we later did. And I think ES took it today. Yeah, so ES took out pre-stay high today. NQ took it out technically today, but this was during London session. So unfortunately, I had a long here. It was up in like three restored profit here, but I stuck to my trading system and strategy, and it went to -1 R. I could have honestly managed to break even here because there's no reason for price to really come back all the way back to the break even point. But you know, I had a 1 hour supply marked above and we missed it. So unfortunate there. This sucked. We literally had a minus. I took a trade here in Asia session or prior to London, and I went to sleep here. But literally, I got like no sleep last night. I'm not gonna lie. I slept pretty late, but. So you guys like think I got no energy today? It's probably because of that. Someone joined the Discord. What's up, Tyson098? Welcome to the Discord. But I like got wicked out by a tick here. So this was just very unfortunate here. I'm gonna have to do some more. Just looking through my trades, past trades this month, and seeing if I should start using a very conservative stop loss method that I teach in a course, because those have been playing out much better recently. Not sure why, but price has been doing stuff like BS like this. So would have to just increase my stop loss for that, just for that reason. And you know, I'm okay with doing that just for that reason, but just something for me to keep in mind that I've noticed. And then of course we had another trade that was very close to TP. It edged me again. It's all good, you know, you can't be perfect in the market. I took a break even there using my break even system at 50%, and then we later had a 6 restore long here. I was anticipating this as a mitigation cycle in the Asia session, so this is basically trading that mitigation cycle here. So the mitigation cycle here would be something like this, right? I was not anticipating this to hold price go to the lows, right? Some people see, here's the issue with people trading equal lows and equal highs. I don't think they have enough data to justify it, right? Because, by the way, for those that just joined, I have not read the chat yet, by the way, guys. I'm talking right now, but I'm currently in another long. This was a long I called out to the Discord earlier on NQ. But I'm currently in another long here. So this is literally just going to be a scalp here. And it did hit that internal high there, so it says muted again. Wait, did I get muted again? Chat might be delayed for me. Where did it go? Next time before I stream, I'm definitely gonna close all these tabs because I have way too much stuff open here. But basically, it's a IFG setup here into a stop hunter that seems like it's playing out right now, but we'll see. That's what ES is looking like. Okay. Probably should have moved the break even there. I was too busy looking at the chat and stuff. Because ES did the full mitigation cycle here. We went back to the 1 minute origin here. So definitely should have broke even there. Got distracted by the chat. This is why it's hard. It's hard to trade live while streaming and talking and reading chat. Stuff like this, it requires quick management, especially if we have small ranges like these, impulse ranges. These are very good ranges, by the way. I tell you guys all the time, you don't want to be trading stuff like this. You want to be trading stuff when we have very cleared ranges, because when we have very cleared ranges, you can get very good momentum in your trades towards your direction. So it's much higher probability to take those trades. Mike said, great long, by the way, nailed the TP. Yeah, this TP on the NQ long, literally TP to a tick on the trendline liquidity. This here, like I said, is basically one of the situations where it's like, you would break even here since you're taking the aggressive setup, but your break even point is literally like at your entry. So it is something a little iffy. The main problem here isn't even this. The main problem here for this trade is essentially that ES mitigated, literally it finished the entire mitigation cycle to disc or to premium, while NQ did not. So you can see NQ didn't go back to premium here. Or technically it did here. But I would never take a trade off this as a POI. I would be trading a stop hunter here. So if I was to take a setup here with my stop hunter, literally I'd be entering here like this. And you go for a low like that. But yeah, I'm kind of delayed in the chat here. Are you trading after liquidity sweep? Sebastian asked. Yeah. Trading. Yeah, so this setup here, the long here for 2 risk reward is a liquidity sweep setup. And you just TP at the trend liquidity, the POI above, or the other POI above. Again, I literally called this out before, telling you guys that there's 3 different TPs you could have used here, and you have to manage, yourself how you want to be trading. Some people like to have a higher win rate; they like to go for small targets. Other people don't. So right now it's basically a stop hunter playing out with a divergence, since ES is not a stop hunter, or technically it is a stop hunter setup, but it's basically my main setup going on. So NQ is probably gonna go for a low here. One stop loss for New York. Oh, R asked a question. One stop loss for New York. So for New York session for me, let's go back on ES. So for New York, yeah, I took a 1R on New York today. And then I took this break even because I noticed we started chopping up very bad on this delivery. And it's just like, it's not something you want to be in. and I held this for like 40 minutes at this time. I was just, yeah, no, I'm not interested in this. And so I just went break even here and hit me out break even. This one could have been a 3R secured, but you know, I'm not some hindsight trader here, right? I just stuck to my system and it did not go to the full TP, so I'm okay with that. As long as you don't tilt after stuff like this, it's okay, right? You can accept those. And then I called this out here. Here, I'll send the screenshot again. Oh, it's right here. I called this out to the private trading group. You guys get access to this if you're in the course members only chat, which is for the course members. So if you just buy the course, the 100 for a course, you get access to like learn my entire strategy system. And you get a bonus is the private trading group right here. But yeah, essentially I called this out to the group at 12:56. As you can see that I have a limit order set there waiting to get filled. And then I told everyone on stream here that there's 3 different TPs on how you could have TP'd them straight, and it hit the first TP. I don't take partials, like I say, so I would literally take everything off either one of the TPs you pick. That's completely up to you. And then for ES on Asia session, it was a good session for me. It got really annoying. I did get annoyed. I'm not gonna lie here, because this was very late for me, time-wise. So I went to sleep pretty damn late. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up like hella tired today, so I wasn't really in the mood to trade. But literally, we had a 1 tick stop loss hit, bro. Hit me out 1 tick here. I had a break even here. Same situation. I stick to my trading strategy. My strategy tells me to TP at the week high. It went 3 risk reward. I'm not going to take that 3 risk reward. I'm waiting for my full TP. That's okay. I took a break even. And I took this in anticipation of mitigation cycle here, which is what I also teach in a course. I'm not going to explain all this to you guys on stream because it wouldn't be fair to the people that paid, you know, to learn all this exclusive knowledge. There's a lot of this stuff that I teach you won't find on the internet. So I took this entry model here with one of my entry models I teach in a course, and I got 5.8 risk reward here, basically around the 6. TB'd at the highs here. Again, like I said, equal highs to me mean literally nothing. Like, this is not a confluence to me because we also have equal lows here. I never understood people that why they trade equal highs and equal lows, because look, we have equal lows here that never got taken. Never got taken. Equal lows never got taken here. We have equal highs that got taken here, but why do we never take out these equal lows? It's just the probabilities make no sense. So I've never found a statistical edge with equal highs and equal lows. Unless you can show me a backtest, I don't believe in any of that. So I don't trade that. For those who are wondering, I know people are going to ask that because in the futures chart, because of how the increments work when price, it's going to be so much, it's a lot easier to have equal highs and equal lows being made in futures and Forex. You can just put them side by side. Compare XAU USD on like Oando or some broker, and then put it next to GC. You'll see it's so much easier for price to make exact equal highs and lows in futures and Forex, or futures, than Forex, right? Forex gives you more wiggle room in terms of flexibility for the increments, so it's not like this. Took a stop hunter setup on GBUSD today 1 hour ago. Easy 3R. Nice, man. Good stuff, bro. Mr. Monopoly, what is a stop hunter? It's something I teach within the course. So if you want to get the course now, you can. And that's where I teach basically all my strategies. I have multiple different strategies. They all have the same foundation. They're built on the same foundation, but the strategies are not entirely the same. One is a scalp strategy, the other one's an intraday, and I have a swing trading strategy. So it's just for people that don't have the same amount of time freedom that I have. If you work a job and you want a strategy to make money on the side, you can just trade the swing trading strategy, right? You can just make passive income in a sense. Just wait patiently, be disciplined, and you'll make money on the side. It's leave free money. But yeah, this is unfortunate. I would have been up 9 risk reward in 80 session on ES, man. But got wicked out by a tick. And then you made equal highs, which to me, again, like I said, doesn't matter to me, but it did. So, and then if you just look at the price delivery here, It was very bad here in London session. Completely awful here. Like, you can see, like, what is this mess, bro? This is why when you see stuff like this happen, you don't want to be in a trade, or you don't want to be taking or looking for a trade. You only want to be taking that initial entry that I teach you guys in a course. Otherwise, you're gonna get stopped out a lot. Now, if you take the stop hunter setup, you won't get stopped out because we take advantage of stop losses. But if you're taking normal strategies, you're not gonna do well in that. So I guess I could say I'm glad that I did take the initial entry, but I always, for the most part, take the initial entry anyway. So I don't really see a difference there. On NQ, we just mitigated the last OB here. I'm gonna look to see if I can, because NQ still has room to the upside. ES does not. That's the problem here. That is literally the problem right now. Because look, NQ never came to a valid PY in premium discount, but ES already did. So, and they both did not have an SMT here. Honestly, what I'm seeing is more upside than downside. I'm completely honest with you guys. I'm seeing more upside than downside. We hit a 15-minute PY on ES there. After sweeping all that liquidity, we should still at least come back to equilibrium or to the middle point of this range here at some point. So I wouldn't be surprised if NQ comes up here. And then if NQ comes up there, ES at that point, since it's stronger, since it already came back to that premium here, it probably might be up here. It might take that high out at that point. But we'll see. Oh, dude, the ring light is just so bright, bro. I barely got sleep last night. And it was so bright. Stefan said, would you call your strategy more just systematic or discretionary? Trading, to me, how I trade is 80% systematic and mechanical and 20% discretion. But you can trade my strategy 100% mechanically and you'll still be green. Like, I guarantee if you just follow my checklist, my strategy, mechanically, you'll still come out green. I'll show you a screenshot here. I don't know if you're, oh, so this image being pasted is way too large. Okay, join the free Discord. Go under profits tab or profits channel. You'll see a bad test of 5,679 trades. So the past 5,679 trades, trading my exact strategy, 100% mechanical, no discretion at all, using a algorithmic trading robot that I developed based upon part of my strategy, it came out profitable. So no discretion at all, you still should be coming out profitable, basically. And if you're not, then it's 100% a complete psychology issue. Because in terms of objective results, there's no way you can come out red. There's some days where it's a lot more mechanical, meaning literally you can get like 3 to 4 back-to-back winners trading 100% mechanical, and there's other days where you may have to avoid certain setups or price action because you just have to read if the price action is good or bad. Like, literally, it's not that hard. Discretion in trading, I think people overcomplicate it. It's not as hard as they claim it as. One of the easiest things in trading in terms of discretion, that's what people call it. You can call it intuition, discretion. It all means the same thing. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Why did the stream close here? Oh, there it is. Is just recognizing good and bad price action. So if we have bad price action, you want to not take trades. Like, dude, if you see something like this on a 1 minute, there is setups here. But let's say this is a smaller range on a 1 minute. You don't want to be taking any trades because your winner is going to go down. If you just focus on good quality ranges, which I talked about within the course, I literally have tons of examples in the course going videos over good price action versus bad price action, how to identify them ahead of time before you get chopped up, because that's ultimately the goal, right? You want to be able to identify them before you get into taking trades within chop, right? One thing is taking trades, like for example, one thing is taking initial entries like this, okay? I had this short here, hit my stop loss by a tick and ran into my TP, but I'm okay with it because I just have to adapt, knowing that, okay, maybe in 80 session, I just need bigger stop losses, right? Just objectively, if I look at my data and say, oh, maybe 80 session, I get wicked out more by a tick like this, maybe I should just trade with bigger stop losses. That's something I can just implement easy into my system without any discretion needed. That is just called trading based on data. And data is not discretionary. Data is 100% mechanical objective. Can't fake data. So if you want, you can just go to the privates channel. I can't post the screenshot on my trading view. It says the image is too big. Let me see if I can take a screenshot actually, instead of copying it here. Let's see. See if this is gonna work here. But yeah, basically you want to not take trades if you see this, right? You want to take trades when the range is clear. The range here is very clear to me, that hence why I took the short here. I would not be taking shorts or trades here when we chop like that. All right, I'm gonna take this entry here and give it a go here. All right, let's see how this trade goes. I'm basically taking a re-entry here long. I kind of got filled around here, so. And then my target is just gonna be, it's not gonna be a crazy target. I didn't see this until I looked at my chart. This would be like my entry model here, to be precise, for 2 risk reward here. But I was busy looking at the chat. What did... That's great. Thanks. I will join and have a look. Yeah, just join the course and then you'll really see like proof of concept. Not just on the live streams. You can go back and watch all my live streams. I've posted all of them. I keep them up on YouTube for a reason, so people can just go back and verify results. Taking trades live, I think, is the easiest way to verify someone's legit or not. You can just go and check their track record on live, because you can't fake live trading. There's a lot of things you can probably fake on the internet, but live trading is something obviously everyone knows you can't fake. But you said, I really need a systematic trading. I've been trading for almost 7 years now and still struggling to be consistently profitable. Okay, Stefan, if I was to ask you this question, man, you got to answer this. Like, what'd you do in that? What did you truly do in those 7 years? I'm not trying to undermine the time you put in, because 7 years is a long time. And I don't understand, but like, what do you truly do in 7 years? Like, did you truly follow your system? Did you truly do backtesting? Did you truly test out your strategy? Because if you were just like taking trades without any backtest data or any objective edge, you just waste. No offense, I don't want to be mean. This is also, I think it's a great eye opener to a lot of people that are struggling with profitability right now, and that is that it's not about the amount of time you put into the charts and trading. You know, first, I might be the first one to say that, but it's not. I realized this later on, until like 1 year in, where I spent 14 hours a day trying to grind this thing, and later realized I'm not spending quality of time. Quality of time matters much, 10 times more than quantity of time in trading. There's only so much screen time you can develop also in trading. I do believe in screen time and experience, but I do believe you need something that objectively someone can replicate by themselves with no experience and still come out profitable, right? Okay, maybe not no experience. Maybe like, let's say give 2 weeks. Give them a tiny bit of time. It shouldn't take someone a very long time if there's a proven edge in the system. Like if you give a robot, for example, a strategy that's proven profitable, obviously it's gonna be profitable from the first day or the first week for a first month. It's gonna, have that first green month, right? Now, part of the reason is because it doesn't need emotions. Psychology is not an issue with bots. Psychology is an issue with humans. So it could be your discipline, man. But again, if you've never done a back test on a strategy across at least 500 trades, during the 7 years of trading, you were trading like BS. That's all I'm gonna say. Like basically nothing. Because there's no point in wasting time taking live trades when you should be back testing, when you can back test 500 trades. Literally take the past year, back test 500 trades with that strategy and see if it works. If it doesn't work, you save yourself 1 year of time. Like, it's crazy. When I'm on a winning streak, it's fine, but losing streak just breaks me mentally. I've gotten better, but I think I just don't trust my strategy. See, people probably tilt in drawdown. I think the main reason is because they don't trust their strategy. They don't have confidence in the system. And what that tells me is, number one, either you don't have enough time you put into one system instead of strategy hopping, or number two, you didn't do back testing. Because if you did do back testing, you would have confidence trading your strategy. Like, I'm being dead serious, but if you've done true back testing, you would be confident in trading your strategy live. Like, why would you not? Like, literally, I have back test data of 4,000 plus trades total on my strategies. So like, when I'm taking losses, when I'm trading live, for example, or winners or whatever drawdown I'm in, I'm not scared. I'm not frightened. I'm not changing my strategy because I know it works over a long run. So there's no reason for me to lose confidence in not taking the next trade or things of that nature, right? As long as it's a logically sound setup, I'm taking it. So to me, I think it's just lack of backtesting and data. Like if you go through my private trading journal, I have in my WAP, you can access it. I have 640 plus documented trades that took live with comments on all of them, with screenshots, with filters, confluences, all of that included. So it's just like every time, let's say I'm in a losing streak, all I have to do is open that trading journal up and I see, okay, across the past 640 trades, I've come out so green. There's no reason to change. Why do I need to change my strategy? There's no reason to lose confidence. So I just personally think you don't have enough data. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm just being completely honest. By the way, for those that just joined, we're in this long right now here, okay? If you just took my normal setups, you would actually be up more risk reward. My normal setup, your entry would be here. Your stop would be there, and you would just TP right there for 2.8, which is almost 3 risk reward. Like I said originally earlier in the stream, I do believe we should be going higher here. We've gone very deep in discount here. Because one way you can view it is you just go to the hourly, go to the higher time frame. We have a ton of liquidity swept. We've done at least one manipulation leg here. Right. It's a 4-hour low sweep. We still haven't hit the 1 hour supply yet that I was looking at, or the daily candle draw, which I was looking at either, but that's okay because we're intraday trading. I'm not going to expect that to hit immediately. But yeah, currently in this setup here. Again, if you want to manage your trade how you trade, feel free to. But my trading course members know how I personally manage my trades, right? So you guys can follow what you know, or if you don't know, if you want to know how I manage my trades, you can join the course and learn that. Thanks, Stream Elements. Join our free Discord server. Yep, there's a free Discord server link. And then the WAP link is pinned for those that are interested in learning. Stefan said 2 years on ICT, which didn't amount to much. So Stefan, what'd you do? I mean, learning is one thing, but like applying is another thing, and then testing is another thing. So it's kind of like three things. Did you do all three? Also, I didn't watch much ICT. I've seen some of his stuff, but I didn't really dive deep into ICT. I would say my training strategy is more similar to SMC concepts, but I have my own twist to it, which I think is extremely unique. You won't find anywhere else from any other traders or mentors online, because my system, half of it came from things I learned online, either through paid courses I paid and learned from other people, as well as the other half is literally just from experience, from journaling and screen time. And again, the thing with journaling and screen time is if you're not journaling your trades, especially if you're new to trading, you're just wasting screen time. There's nothing you can look back upon and say, okay, maybe I need to filter this out of my trading system. I have a video for free on the YouTube. I did a literally live stream where I showed you guys my trading journal. For those who just want to see a sneak peek of it for free, it's here. I'll link it here. But essentially, I just did an optimization stream there, going over how to optimize your trading strategy with the journal template that I provided. And you can see how you can have an insanely good edge at 60, I think it was it 68% win rate at 4.9 risk reward was the best edge that I was able to optimize during that live stream. Some people may think that's impossible, but it's possible. And the reason why is because the trade frequency is so low. So it requires a lot of filters. And because it requires a lot of filters, I'm not taking too many trades with that setup. And so typically the lower the frequency of the setup, the more filters it has, the more strict you are on your rules of your setup, you typically will get a higher win rate. It's not guaranteed. You need to be backtesting, of course. If you don't backtest, nothing matters in trading. Literally nothing matters in trading until you do backtesting and prove it to yourself. Because trust me when I say this, don't believe people randomly online. Like, don't just blindly follow what someone teaches you, even if it's for free. Because you need to see it work out yourself, or you're not going to have confidence in it. So it's just like, you got to be careful nowadays with the internet. You just got to be careful. But for those that are just joining, we're in this long currently, okay? If you just took my normal setup, you guys know my normal setup. It's here. I entered a little bit later because I was talking to the chat. But here's the setup here with the long. And then earlier, this long here, if you want to scalp it, honestly, if you were to scalp this, there's no way to put your stop loss. This would likely just be a break even or a stop. So that was one of them. But this is the other trade. We're going for a 3 risk reward here. Okay. Going for a 3 risk reward here. I mentioned all the confluences as to why I think we should be going higher from here and not lower. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So if you truly think we will go much higher, you will be targeting at least a high there or towards this PY above. But to keep it fair and straight, since people will probably struggle with psychology and holding trades long, we'll keep our TP on stream more conservative here, just so people can follow along and not have to like go rage and break their monitor and break their computer. And I get a DM of some member or some person on my YouTube crashing out. Thing with ICT and a lot of SMC stuff I see on the internet too is there's no system in place for those strategies. It's just concepts they give to you, but there's no system. So without a system, which means you put concepts and things you learn together into something fully mechanical or very mechanical, you can't really trade properly or test properly. What's up, Vinicius? One of our course members. What's up, man? What is up? But for those that are wondering, I did talk about this earlier on the stream. I'm still working on the bot integration to do some passive trading on my end with my strategy. Did you manage to fix the order size on your bot? So Vinicius, I figured out the order size issue. I figured that out. The problem I'm trying to fix right now is basically being able to have the template. I just need to copy paste a template that the third party provider is providing me for their alerts. So the alerts I'm setting to the webhook URL are like accurate. And I basically requested, and I'm waiting for a response. I think they responded to me today. I haven't checked the email yet, but essentially I'm talking to the customer service and their team right now to see if they can provide me like a free demo account on their end, so I can test out my bot first for like a week, and then make sure the webhooks are actually running properly. Because if they're not running properly, like there's no point, right? Why would I test the bot? Even if it's proven objectively work in Trading View right now, why would I test it live immediately with my own funds, right? So I basically requested them see if they can get me like a demo account or some sort of demo environment, so to test out the webhooks to make sure everything's smooth. Because if everything goes right, it will be profitable. It's just a matter of if the signals will be converted properly. That's what it is. And the position size, that should be fine right now. So thanks for subscribing, Nah Channel. I think that's the boy's name, Nah Channel. Who's in this long with me right now about it? I'm just wondering who's in this long. Who's in this long right now? I told you guys I entered a little bit early or a little bit later here. I was talking to the chat, so it couldn't get the best entry here. But this would be your ideal entry based on my strategy of teaching a course and mentorship. So you'll be holding this right now, guys, if you're in this long. So we'll see, man. If you guys hit this TP, I better see y'all post your profits in the free channel in the Discord. This is an easy 3-year reward taking my strategy. For those that are wondering what other trades I took today, I took gold. I took 2 trades on gold. I took a B setup here, so I know why I lost there. It's okay. I kind of want to go for a scalp because I've noticed recently I've been missing a good amount of risk reward with my strategy, not taking some counter trend setups that do play out, that give a mitigation cycle. So because of that, I realized I should probably start risking my win rate being a bit lower, but I'll still come out with more risk reward at the end of the month. So I've been taking these sometimes now, but yeah, that one obviously didn't work. And I took a 4 risk reward here with my limit order strategy, and I TP'd at the origin here in case we do come back down. I didn't want to lose 4 risk reward and profit here, so 4 risk reward there. The confluence is very simple here. We hit a 30-minute demand, okay, and on the very far left, what I tell you guys all the time in the course, you judge liquidity based on not only the time frame, but you can also judge it based on how big of a move. Look, do you see how this 1 hour low made this big of a move here? So when we come back and sweep that low, especially since we're bullish, we can expect a very big move to the upsides. Hence why if you're going to take shorts here, you see people that are trading with no context involved and not understanding stuff like this, guess what? They're taking a loss shorting here, they're taking a loss shorting here, they're taking a loss shorting here. They might have actually taken a winner here, but loss, right? So again, you need to learn these things, otherwise you're going to struggle in trading forever. Like, trust me, but if you don't know what you're doing in trading, you're never going to hit profitability. Without the right knowledge and information, because there is correct information, there's wrong information. There's a reason why 9% also fail, because they're not either learning the right information, they don't have a system, they're gambling, aka they're just taking random trades, and their psychology sucks. So, but I think a lot of traders, once they fix their psychology issue, they come to the realization that that's not going to help them become profitable, because they still realize they still end up still needing a edge in the market. An edge in the market is not something easy that these gurus online promote, saying, oh, it's so easy to get an edge in the market. All strategies work. That is complete BS. I don't know who ever told them that all strategies work in the market, because that is completely wrong. Not all strategies work in the market. I have done backtesting when I was trading at the time, my first year. I've done backtesting on strategies that actually did not work. Some people backtest for 20 trades and say, oh, I came out green, so it works. That's not true. Right? That's in a specific market condition. That's not true at all. You need a timeline and a frequency number of trades. So at least 100 to 500 trades is a good sample size, an indication of whether you have an edge or not. Because if you're not green after 500 trades, the odds of that strategy having an edge is, I would say, close to 0. But yeah, if you guys want to see not just me, my members have proven results from their backtesting of my strategy, literally inside the Discord. So if you just do Control F in the free Discord server, look up backtest. You'll find members have multiple backtesting on the strategy that I teach in the course, right? And it comes out green with a very good edge. It's a really good edge. It's a very good EV. This is not some normal strategy that you find like break and retest, super basic strategies that you think can make you millions. That's not what this is. Sometimes too basic stuff does not work, okay, in trading. Like, if you think about it this way, some people say simpler to better, but that's not entirely true. Things you learn in the beginning, it's kind of like math. When you first learned calculus 1, calculus 2, calculus 3, it was probably difficult, right? A lot of people had to take that in high school. I had to take that in high school as well, up to calc 3. So it was obviously hard in the beginning, but once you master it, once you practice it and seen it over and over again, practice these same math problems, the same thing with trading. Once you've done the back testing, once you take enough live trades, you build that confidence. But not only that, it becomes easy. Like, my strategy system is so easy to me, right? I don't have to use many brain cells to take an entry, know where to TP and where to exit. I really don't, because I've done this for so long with the same system. I've been optimizing ever since. So you can never expect something in the beginning to be easy, but trust me, once you give enough effort and time, and you don't even require a lot of time. There's the who's the member here? Alex or Alexi. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I keep forgetting how to say it. I'm not gonna lie. I think say Ali or something. Anyway, regardless, he's only been in a course for now, I think it's 3 weeks now, since he posted a back test. But he's only been in a course for literally 3 weeks, and he's already done a back test of 100 trades. And he's coming out with a very good edge in the market. Only 3 weeks. So you don't need a year of learning to become consistently profitable, but you may need a year of discipline. You may. It depends on each person. Some people, they may actually need a year of getting kicked in the butt. You know? Let's look at what's going on. ES is weak right now. NQ mitigated a PY. This PY should not hold right here. We'll see if it does here. If it does, then should probably see if you go different time frames here. So you just took the initial entry off my entry model here. I'd say it's not a bad idea to go break even here, because if this is just part of a stop hunter setup that just had a retracement, then you'd be basically on the other side of the market. So if you just take my stop hunter setup, you'd actually still be in this here. So you can think of it like that way, where there's buyers and sellers on both ends, and both strategies can both play out, right? I could be scalping both strategies. I could have scalped my stop hunter here. I could have scalped this trade long here, right? So yeah, I would probably go break even here. If you're in the trade here, depending on where you TP, you could have TP'd. I have to fix some of this copyright stuff for the YouTube's music stuff. It's kind of annoying. Stefan said, thanks, Alex. That's good to hear. Oh, you're telling Alex. Okay. Alex said, I long the initial bottom on gold, but got break even on it. I think you sent me the trade, right? Yeah, I saw what you sent. Yeah, you took a break even on this. If you just kept your stop loss normally, I know there's news at 10 a.m. So honestly, the break even is valid. But if you're not trading a personal account, you don't have to worry about that with news. But with a personal account, like when I trade my personal account, I basically don't have my stop loss. So I'm basically always gonna be at break even if there's major news, like red folder news, in case I get slipped or some sort. I'm not gonna risk that. But on a funded account or like a demo account or whatever, it doesn't matter. You'll for the most part get filled at that price, so you shouldn't really get slipped. So if you trade funded, it's okay to not go break even and just let it run, because later on you can see obviously did let it run. And you did tell me, Ali, that you did have a problem with hitting a lot of break evens and later seeing a trade run in a direction. So it's like, it's no situation where it literally did the same thing. That's literally what it did. It held the low here. You could have made good money with this long. You would have cut the bottom, a better entry than mine. My entry's not down here, my entry's up here. But on the gold, my high time for analysis, I told this to the group, but it's London session high getting ran. So my draw liquidity on gold is London session high. We hit 30-minute demand here. So if you're taking my strategy, you would be in a long right now on gold, and your target can be either the 5-minute PY here or the session high, or London session high, or the week high to the left, or even this high too is valid too. Since it's late in the session, you may want to just TP a little bit earlier just to be safe. But yeah, this would have been a valid long. I would have taken on gold if I wasn't live trading right now or live streaming. You played to the tick, right? You see your major profit right now. This is just my continuation model right here, playing out right now in gold to the upside. And we're still in NQ, by the way, for those that are wondering. I entered a little bit late, so my break even wouldn't make sense. I have my stop loss right here at the low. So I'll just mark it for the stream. My stop loss is placed at the low right here on the NQ long here. I'm anticipating us to not hold this here. But we'll see what happens. ES is definitely much weaker. We did not take out the high yet. No, we did not. Thanks for subscribing, y'all. We are at 10.4K subs right now. Let's even get 11K by the end of this year. I think this channel has grown a good amount ever since I started live streaming on YouTube. Never thought it would make much of a difference. But I guess people get a dopamine hit off of trading as well anyway. So when you see someone else trade, it's an even bigger dopamine hit probably. We got a peak record today, fellas. We got a peak record of 31 people watching. I think the first time hitting 31 people or above 25. I think last time I think peak was 25 or something like that. So welcome for those that are all new. You can check out the WAP link to get access to what I have to offer in terms of trading. I have tons of proven results on my channel. There's a lot of free stuff on my channel as well if you want to take advantage, if you don't have any money to invest in yourself. There's free stuff on my channel from time to time. And then there's also the free Discord. So I would recommend at least join the free Discord. Takes one click of a button. You get in the Discord, you get access to some free training resources for beginners, especially for a beginner. They're going to help you out a lot and set you basically on the right path to success, because there's a lot of beginners that also get misled with all the fancy marketing that traders nowadays do with the Lambo. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, I can get too deep into that. Yeah, sometime I tried to use a bot on Binance using webhooks. It used to fail a lot of times. Don't know if it was an error on TradingView or Binance. Fail a lot of times. Oh, you mean the conversion, right? Probably because alert template on Binance is probably different. Doesn't match the TradingView script. Because I had to convert my TradingView script. So that's what I'm currently doing right now, converting it. It's the template. The webhook template is the easy part. The hard part, well, not even the hard part. Right now, I'm just waiting for them to give me a demo environment to test it out, just to make sure before I go live with my own funds, And then also I'm trying to see if there's a way to connect the bot to like prop firms. I know there's certain prop firms, they don't allow bot trading. So, I understand that, but it'll probably just be something that I have on the side on a passive account. Okay, I'm reading some old messages now because, dude, this ring light is annoying. What is your opinion on compounding strategies? Miguel asked. I am thinking of increasing risk by 20% every. Whoa. Oh, increasing risk by 20%. Okay, I thought, Miguel, bro, I literally thought you said you meant increasing like your position, no, not position size, your count risk by 20%. I was about to say. That's not really compounding, Miguel. Increasing your risk percent when you're up in profit is not really compounding. Because compounding is just keeping the same risk percent, but you're just actually risking more money. Like if you're up a risk reward, maintaining, let's say, a 1% risk per trade, you're actually your monetary value of the amount of money you're increasing for your trade is actually increasing. So you're compounding. You don't need to increase your risk to compound your account, right? You're just basically using the same percentage. I would recommend just sticking to the same percent, personally. I'd recommend sticking to the same percent. Because let's say, for example, you got a risk reward up, and then let's say as soon as you double your risk or whatever, increase it, maybe that time that you increase it, you take a -1R loss. Instead of a -1R, it might have been like a -2R, depending on how much you increase your risk. I personally like to keep it as statistically sound as I can. I've been watching some quant videos on YouTube just because I feel like at some point in the future, I want to do quant. That's like my honestly goal. I know, like, obviously I'm trading my personal account very well, trading fund accounts, all this, but I think having the title of like just knowing I was able to do quant or be a quant trader is like pretty impressive. So that is something at some point I will pursue. I'm currently just on the side, just watching some YouTube videos, obviously, and I'm probably gonna take some courses. There's some certificates for things that can prepare you for like quants. The quant trading. There's different types of quant traders. There's the quant trader. There's also in quant firms, they have people that just only focus on math, people that only focus on pure economics, or actually economics. I don't think play too much in a role in quant trading firms. I think that's like just hedge funds, because quants are usually using mathematical models and doing they're probably nowadays using machine learning to optimize. But yeah, that's probably a different thing. Anyway, I'm not too familiar, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but that is something I actually want to pursue in the future. But for now, I'll be trading while I'm learning about this stuff on the side. Because the thing is, I was thinking, if I could, broaden my knowledge in programming, quant trading, algorithmic trading, at some point, I should be able to make my strategy a trade right now like 100% algorithmic, in terms of including even the discretionary parts and coding that into something mechanical. Because I feel like a lot of things that people say they are discretionary, you can actually code. It's something that you can actually mechanically define. It's just sometimes really hard to explain, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's something I definitely look forward to though. Because if I can get my algo bot to trade my entire strategy, currently it's only trading part of my strategy, so not all the confluences that I use in my strategy, like my daily bias indicator, my PY indicator is used in the algo actually already by itself, which is very cool. I haven't implemented the IFG indicator yet, or the code from the structure, which I'm currently working on. But once I include all that, it should improve that win rate from a 43% to like a 60%, which is kind of my average when live trading manually. And then the risk reward, that's something you can obviously optimize over time and figure out ways to improve that. But that is something I'm looking forward to doing, because here's the thing is, if I can get it to long run, 5,679 trades, which is what is currently backtested on. If I can have that, but have my current manual trading stats basically very close to my manual trading stats, like 60% at 3 years reward with the bot, I don't need a manual trade anymore. Because that takes away all the emotions from me in terms of trading, because sometimes I make emotional mistakes. Sometimes I'll just take B setups on purpose because I kind of want to make more money or be more greedy, right? It takes away all the emotion aspects, which will actually go against my edge in trading when I'm live trading. And number two is also saves me time. So until I get to that point, I will be just mainly trading for the time being. Because here's another thing. With bots, with the testing, with the profit factor, you also have to factor in commissions and spread. So I have not factored that in with the bot yet. So that's why I want to see if I can request to get a demo environment, and then try to see if they can incorporate some way to like incorporate like realistic spreads in a sense. I'm sure they probably have some way to do it, because they have so many connections to these other brokers. I'm sure they probably have a way, or I might have to just open up my own demo account on another broker. I could do that, but yeah. To be honest, 100%, Stefan said, I went through so many strategies in those years flip-flopping. That sounds like you're strategy hopping, but I'm not honestly a proponent or an opponent against strategy hopping, because it's a way to determine something works or not. If something doesn't work, you obviously don't want to trade anymore. But you need to give something like ample time to play out, obviously, before you come to the conclusion that something doesn't work. So my indicator here with the structure indicator, it's not entirely accurate yet. Still working on it. Marked the internal sweep there. I do need to change the text there too. I'll fix that later. I haven't incorporated the difference between internal and external structure yet, so that's something I still need to work on. This trade has been going on for almost an hour. It's usually what I don't like to see. We have an internal SMT, right? Nope, never mind. Never mind. But if you entered, it's probably gonna hit your break even here, honestly. So it probably would be a break even trade. If you wanted to scalp this, it would have been a 1.6. I don't do too much scalping personally. I know one of our course members in a group, or one of the prime mentorship students, he like basically only scalps because he likes the higher win rate. So you can also do that for the trades. But it really depends. Like things is with the systems, with the same entry, exit, or sorry, same entry and stop loss. There's so many ways to optimize a strategy in terms of, like, for example, if you scalp, you can have a higher win rate. If you don't want a higher win rate, but you want higher risk reward, you can just have a further TP, but keep the same stop loss and exit or entry. Let's see, that's one tick away from break even there. One tick away. There's a few times where really I would get hit like to the tick, break even on a trade, and then it goes in my favor. Just for whatever reason, it just does that. Ali said, facts, that's why so many are struggling. Yeah, there's really no system for ICT. It's so discretionary, man, which really didn't help my confidence issue. Stefan, your situation sounds like mine. I've improved a lot from the course and actually before that from his free videos. Appreciate the feedback, Ali. One of our course members. And Stefan said, thanks, Ali. That's good to hear. Mike said, I think if you stay rooted and don't go into Ferrari, the people will come. The channel will grow higher than 11K to the end of the year. That's so funny, the way you worded it. Don't go into Ferrari. That's funny. Yeah. 100%. I don't think I would ever. I mean, I don't want to say I would never. I probably won't be doing lifestyle content. I kind of want to. Ever since I started this channel, I kind of just basically centered it around just pure like raw trading education. Hence why like basically 99% of the channels, or sorry, 99% of the videos you see on my channel are just like charts and charting. Let me move the camera down a bit. 99% of it is just charting. Going over trades for you guys for free. It's not too much like day in your life stuff. I know, I'm aware, day in life stuff on YouTube actually blows up. It does a lot more views. People are lazy. They don't like to learn. A lot of people also watch some trading channels just for entertainment purposes. So, if you just watch for entertainment, that's also another thing, A lot of people watch those day in life, and I get it, There's society has, you want to learn. You also have people that want to just entertain, and that's completely up to the person. I don't hate on the hustle regardless, but there's just two different sides to basically how it works. I think converting to JSON from TradingView into another format should be an easy task. Are you, what's up, Kappa Potato? Long time no see. I think I saw you before. or I saw some potato before. I don't know if it was Kappa potato or some other potato. There's the break even if you took my initial entry there. And then obviously TP or whatever. If you just want to set and forget here, you can just have this trade open. But yeah, we are just basically chopping up here for an hour. So like, let's say you're not in a trade. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, for example, we're already in a trade here, guys. But like, let's say you were not in a trade and it consolidates like this. You don't want to be taking like trades here and here. You don't really want to be taking much anything, to be honest. You want to wait until we get like a clear range like this. Like, you see how we had a clear range and we had a clear nice move, upside move, and then we had a solid range here, but then we start chopping, then you can't trade that. Not saying you can't, but I advise to stay away from trading chop. Unless you're trading on the seconds time frame, you probably make a killing trading consolidation in the seconds. But I'm not too interested in trading seconds anymore. ES is holding a lot better than NQ right now, but like, this is the funny thing. Like, it'll be funny if it really hits to the tick at break even and it goes to TP. There's a lot of times that does happen. Who knows? Maybe there's a lot of people trading the same strategy. That'd be kind of funny, but I doubt it. It's probably just a coincidence. Kappa potato, you said NQ did not take all the lows. Ali said NQ did not take all the lows. Gonna go the higher time frame. Oh, you mean this trend line liquidity here? Yeah, it didn't take out all the lows. It took out 80 session low, but it missed this low here. The low here off this trade was just the low of the swing point. So you see how we were structured here externally? This was the low I took the long off of. And then obviously how you manage your TP, this would have been a TP. So it really went straight to the tick. And on futures, if you have a 2 tick, like on prop firms, you should get filled here. I don't think I've ever had a problem not getting filled when it makes equal pricing. This is why I tell you guys with stop losses, you need to give yourself 1 tick of wiggle room in futures too, because of this. Because there's so many times where I'm in a trade when we make equal lows or highs and the trade is still valid. So, you know, stuff like this, you want to be careful, but you should have definitely got filled there. So this would have been a 2RR TP here on stream. Unfortunately, it did not run towards like any crazy TPs or targets up here, but you can't expect that. I tell you guys a lot. I already said this earlier. If you just go back on the stream, I tell you guys that POIs right above trend line liquidity are very good. And when we have trend line liquidity like this and a POI right above, we tend to usually get to the POI, but in this case we didn't, and that's okay. The other day we did. And we just ignored all the other POIs above. Because this is basically, if you want to call it and use time theory here, you can basically define this as like new structure and new range here. Especially if the draw on liquidity is lower, because if the draw on liquidity is lower, right, price is not going to do this entire big move just to go lower, guys. It's not going to do this. Because if price goes up here at this point, it's not going to go lower. The odds are very low. Price likes to trend. And when it trends, it will trend. It will tell you when it's trending. If price comes up here, for example, price is likely to do a mitigation cycle to go higher rather than going lower. So, makes sense. But for me, like a trade like this where we just take out trend liquidity, usually I don't take a trade off that. No, I usually like to wait for a POI to get hit. So, no short here, but obviously you could have taken it if you were fine with taking more potential losses. You always have to understand your risk management in trading. I tell you guys this a lot in the course as well, but like if you're trying to look for shorts, right, you need to know, it's like playing, so trading is literally like chess. You need to know how many trades are you willing to risk to lose in a row before getting the right entry. Are you willing, let's say you're willing to take the trend line liquidity as a POI, taking this POI, taking this POI, taking this POI. If you get an entry model on all 4 of these POIs, you're telling me you're willing to risk taking 4 losses in a row just to accept you get the wrong trade direction or wrong trade draw on liquidity. That's what you're telling me. If you only want to be filtering just for, let's say, the POI right above here, you're just telling me you only want to take 1 potential loss. So this also does affect your drawdown and things of that nature. NQ, it hit the break even. If you did go break even, if you did not go break even, set and forget, your stop loss is still down here, fellas. And it's looking good on ES, bro. It's looking good. We inversed and we're going higher right now on ES. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm still in this trade, by the way. My stop loss is bound down below there. But usually, for the most part, I don't really trade during this time. I'm only doing it just for stream. Capital Potato said, "Are you versed in maths?" Why bro said maths like that? Math? Like what type of math are we talking? I mean, I'm not gonna be like quant level math. Well, they do a lot of probability based stuff. That's like very theoretical as well. So it's not really. I guess statistics is math, yeah. But I know a decent amount, I'd say. You can learn. There's a lot of stuff you just learn online for free by yourself. People are just lazy. You know, people are just lazy. So you got lazy people. But if you're asking in terms of math, you know, I think I'm pretty good with statistics. I took a stat course in high school, or a high-level stat course in high school, I should say. So I'd say my math level was pretty high, also in high school. So I'd say I'm pretty. Not trying to say my IQ is high, or you know, I'm academically superior. That's probably not the right word to say, but I know a decent amount of academics. You know, I'm not dumb. I don't think it helps too much with trading though, because trading is like my strategy and such. Learning is it's like technicals. I don't really use I'm not doing fundamental theorem of calculus or calculating slopes, right? I'm not creating any of those type of algorithms. My algo that I created with my trading robot, based on my strategy, is based on technicals, and I don't use models or any of that, like mathematical models in my trading strategy when I trade mainly. So obviously, converting to a bot, I don't need that either. But it would be cool to learn stuff and later on see if I can implement it, though. That'd be for sure cool. We were chopping up. I'm really hoping we do hit TP here for 3 years sword, but we shall see. Again, if you set and forget, you're still in the trade. The only thing is, like, why I'm looking along here, not only because we took out so much liquidity, but also because, like, if price was to go lower here, there's no other, I'm really not going to be taking any longs. Like, if we get down here, I don't think I'm going to be taking longs, because that's like multiple long attempts where price only has gone a little bit in your favor and reversed completely. Of course, at some point, price will reverse, but if I was truly looking for longs, dude, I'd just wait for this 1 hour PY here. Because on the 1 hour, if you're talking about 1 hour traders, this is inducement here on a 1 hour. And then this is the PY people are trading from and looking at. So the trade we're in right now is countering, going against what the 1 hour traders are looking at when in terms of trading their structure. But that doesn't mean this trade cannot run or go to the high. It doesn't mean anything. We're still in this, guys. Okay, we're in profit right now. Hopefully you guys are in this trade with me still. Let's see who's in the trade. Who is in the trade, fellas? And I hope you guys also took advantage, the course members, of the trade I called out or signaled earlier, the for 2 risk reward here. This one with TP at TP, there's 3 different TPs like I mentioned on stream, but hit the first TP. I know one of the members did not take it. He said he's going to pass on it. Oh, he said I passed on this one, but if anyone else took it, post your profits in the chat. Unless you're not on a stream, then obviously you won't hear me. But yeah, that was the first call out, and then this was a second trade here. If you took this on ES, it would have hit TP, because you see on ES we actually went to the TP here, but NQ did not go all the way. So this could have been a potential loss. So this here is either a loss or break even, and then currently I'm in this right now. So for stream record wise, I did take it but got break even. Okay. I mean, all good. It's not a bad idea to break even now also, because if you just look at time, it's already 3 o'clock. The market's going to close in an hour. So it's like you can't expect too much volume anyway. And, but I'm in this one though. Oh, you're in this long, you're saying. I passed because my draw liquidity was inducement you showed. Gotcha. Makes sense. It's not bad. The main thing I would say is we don't always have to, like, people on the 1 hour are looking at this as internal structure here. So to them, this could just be a internal continuation here that did not do it. Because, okay, if you're on the higher time frame, if you're in the 1 hour, guess what, y'all? This is a stop hunter 1 hour setup. You guys see this? All the course members should easily recognize this. If price comes down here, wicks it, and then goes higher, this is a 1 hour fractal internal continuation on a 1 hour. So for people that are entering on the 1 hour, this is literally a 1 hour entry, right? But there's times, if you remember, in trading, there's probabilities. We won't always get, when we're trying to continue in the market, we won't always get that internal sweep. Therefore, that's why I'm anticipating we could potentially not get that sweep here and just go higher. That's also a possibility, right? It's not guaranteed that we will get that sweep. Another thing with trendline liquidity, I've talked about this in a course as well, but we might, or we won't always run every single low starting the trendline liquidity. Not every time will we run all the lows. We tend to actually run at least the first low and then the second low potentially, but it's not guaranteed to run actually the third low. And you can go backtest this yourself and check it out. It works pretty damn well, because there's times where we don't run all the lows, hence why you don't want to have crazy TPs or things of that nature. But right now, guys, we are in this trade here for 3 sword, 2.88 to be precise. So if you just took the TP1, just close out everything like how you trade. The first on 2.4, I just rounded down to 2 risk reward here. This is honestly a break even or a -1. I'm gonna give benefit of doubt on stream here. We're calling this a -1 risk reward trade. All right. So worst case scenario, this is a -1 risk reward trade here. If you took it on ES, it literally hit TP, unfortunately. But the risk reward not be the best. You would have really had to scalp with a very tight stop loss on this one. Or you just avoid this trade because you know your entry is not a good entry. You're almost at 50% of the range. So there's ways to avoid this loss as well if you just use that as a factor. But yeah, 2 risk reward, we'll call this a -1 or break even, and we're in this right now for a 3 risk reward. So let's see, guys. On stream right now today, we are going to catch, if this is TP here, I'm in this right now, we're going to catch 4 risk reward on stream, documented right here, live. No fugazi stuff. All documented trade live here. We got 26 people watching right now. If you guys just joined and you're new to the channel, check out the free Discord server. I made it just to give you guys some free trading resources for those that are new to trading. I think it would help you guys out a lot. But also, if you want to learn my trading system, I highly recommend you guys get the course today or get a course now so you can get started and actually start learning how to properly trade a system that generally works and not waste your time trading some BS that doesn't work. Because trust me, if you're unprofitable for several years, there's obviously 2 main components, but like if you have a good discipline, it's your strategy that's at fault. Not every strategy works. Don't listen to these people that tell you every strategy works. They're saying that to cope. I'm telling you guys, they're saying that to cope. Okay? They're trying to say that in a way to inflect the issue on your psychology, back at yourself, saying that, oh, it's not. They're basically, let's say they're teaching a strategy, right? Let's say they're teaching a strategy, right? And then all their students are unprofitable trading that strategy. You know what they're going to say? The easiest common guru thing they can ever say is, oh, every strategy works. Choose a strategy that works best for you. Or they say, every strategy works And it's your psychology that's its fault. They put the blame on you as the customer, as the client, as a person trying to learn from them. And that's not how I do it here at ETU. That's not how I teach. That's not how I guide people in the right direction. Okay, because I know my strategy works. Okay, but I'm not going to blame people on their own psychology that they're consistently unprofitable if they're actually being disciplined. Like if someone tells me they're fully being disciplined, they're actually sticking to your strategy, you're going to come out green. There's a guarantee you're going to come out green. If you just stick to your strategy and learn everything I teach in the course, you're going to be guaranteed to come out green. But I can't guarantee you will be disciplined to stick to your rules. But I also think another misconception with trading is, to an extent, if you're trading a profitable strategy, if it works for me, it should work for you. Like objectively, it will work for you as long as you be disciplined. Like there's no way that we retrade the same strategy and you come out red. Like let's give a month span. Over a span of a month, over 100 trades. There's no way I come out green and you come out red. We trade the exact same strategy and we have the exact same discipline, right? That's just not possible. So people that are saying, oh, they put the blame on you, saying, oh, it's just because it works for me, it didn't work for you. That's just not true at all. It doesn't make any sense. Unless maybe it could be a psychological issue, but that's a whole different story, right? So a lot of people like to push the blame on like the people learning, and I don't like doing that. I want to make sure everyone learns the system first, make sure you're learning the thing correctly, and then like you just focus on your own discipline and you will be green. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. Like if you get the course and you truly do backtesting and you show me all the trades you took with my strategy system, and let's say over 500 trades, at least 3 months, preferably a year of data, it comes out red, full refund. Full refund. But you have to prove to me you actually took all the trades aligned with my strategy. That's how confident I am in that my strategy and edge generally works in the market. Literally full refund to you if you have learned everything, you've done all the things you need to do, and you've done the backtesting, and the backtesting somehow ended red across a year, across at least 500 trades, you'll get a full refund. But if you're live trading and you're not getting results, that's not an objective way to say something doesn't work, right? Because psychology is an issue or factor in live trading. Backtesting, there's no psychology involved. This is why I tell everyone to backtest, but a lot of people are also against backtesting because they say there's no psychology involved. I think the opposite. I think it's great because you need to verify an edge or strategy works in backtesting without psychology. Because if you have your psychology as a factor, it's harder to validify your edge. Because if you're taking some emotional trades or random trades, that's not part of your edge. That's not part of your true objective data, right? So, hopefully that makes sense. But we're about to hit TP, y'all. I have psychology issues on backtesting? Bro, Ali, what you mean, bro? Psychology issues in backtesting? Dude, that's the first time I've ever heard of that. What does that even mean? Because the thing is in backtesting, you can just skip candles. What? Because in live trading, you can't skip. I hate losing so much, I do mistakes there. Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The point of backtesting is you just want to verify your edge, right? It's not about, like, there's no reason. I don't see a reason to make mistakes if you're just trying to verify your edge. I don't go back. Yeah, don't go back. And when you're backtesting, guys, don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself and go back and go to replay mode and saying, oh, I missed a trade. I should have taken this. I'm going to put the entry back again. Don't cheat yourself. Treat it seriously like how you would be trading it live, basically. But you get the advantage of backtesting of basically being able to collect data within a very short period of time. We hit a PY red above in this red fair value gap that in my indicator automatically marked here. We took out the high here. You guys could honestly mainly close out here. The volume is pretty dead right now in the market. It's 3 p.m. We have less than an hour until market close. So you can TP here, honestly. Is this an SMT? No, it's not. They both took out the high there. Do we have another P? Could we have another P? Oh. Wait. We do. But usually 15 minutes, they cause a reaction, so you could get a retracement. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh, let me check real quick how my trade's doing. 5 minute. I have my TP set. Oh, I got my TP set a little bit higher. I have it set on the 5 minute PY. Never mind. I just exited there. I just exited there, guys. Just TP'd. I had it originally set to 5 minute, but I figured the volume is dead. We already held for this much pain. You might as well just TP now and not regret price coming back. That would suck. So yeah, hope you guys took that trade, man. Let's go, Sebastian. Good stuff, my guy. Sebastian's also a course member as well, for those that are wondering. We TP'd 3 risk reward on stream. All right, so stream today, or call outs. We took a -1R, worst case scenario. This could have been a TP on ES, like I said, but we'll call this as I called it out on NQ. 3R on NQ. We had a 2R earlier, right? For the trend line liquidity trade. And then this is a double session sweep setup. Got 3 risk reward here. It's probably going to go to the 5 minute here. We'll see if it does. We'll just set it there to see if it does. But I already exited my trades there. I TP'd. Hopefully you guys also TP'd there and made some money. Some money. They'll be giving people out free money. So if you don't have enough money for the course, you just made the money. If you're on like a fund account, you basically just made the money there to buy the course right there. 4 risk reward here because 3 + 2 - 1. 4 risk reward here. 4 risk to reward. So far total, I'm gonna calculate my day here today. -1, 5, 4. I took a -1 here. This should have, this ran 3, but I'm not gonna complain. Stuck to my system, so it's okay. Missed a long or missed a short because of that. So that's what, 3. Up 3 risk reward, not a huge. But if we include today in terms of 8 session as well, I made 5 risk reward in 8 session. So I'm up 8 risk reward on a day. And then on gold, I took a 4 risk reward and a -1. So that is 12, 11. So I'm up 11 risk reward today, guys. Up 11 risk reward. That's including Asia session from last night as well. Dude, this thing is booming. ES is booming, dude. Now, see, the thing is now, I would not be surprised if we just go for the high. Okay, we're not going to go for the high today, obviously, because we don't have much time left till the market close. We can potentially go for the 5 minute here that my indicator auto marks out here and take out this liquidity above right here, which I think it just did take out, or it got close. It didn't take it out yet. Or we could sweep this and go lower. By this point, I'm done trading here, man. Hope you guys caught those good setups here. Because if you're taking trades here, like shorts, it's probably going to be considered counter trend at this point to me. Because obviously we're still bullish on the higher time frame. And if you see this, oh, Ali, remember when you were talking about the trend line liquidity? You can see ES took out all the trend line liquidity. So there's an SMT there. ES took out all the trend line liquidity and tapped into a POI on the 15 minute. While NQ did not. So you can see how the SMT divergence there occurred with the trend line liquidity. So yeah, it's completely valid that NQ could literally run for new session high. It's not going to run today. I doubt it unless we get some crazy pump in the last 30 minutes of the market-ish. But that's the potential draw now. Or that is the draw now for me. So hope you guys did catch that winner, man. It's booming right now, my guy. It is booming. We're up 3 risk reward. What's up, Labski? Welcome to the channel. I'm gonna set the record up, change the record to the title tier. I keep my streams realistic. I'm not gonna include the risk reward I made on gold, and then on what's it called, on the trades I took here. We'll just include the record of trades I called out on stream here live, which is the 4 risk reward. So we'll just include that here. And this is 2 wins, like 2 W's and 1 L. It could be a 1 L or break even. I'll just include the L. Okay. We got 4 risk reward caught out live. So that is enough to be halfway. If you're taking like challenge accounts, it's halfway to passing a challenge account. Let's see. We got 10 new subs from the stream. Thanks everyone that subscribed from the stream. I appreciate it. Leave a like. If you guys took the trade, leave a double like on the stream. Okay. If you guys didn't, if you just were watching the stream, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Let's try to get the stream to, this is the most viewed stream so far that I've had, I think. Let me check the metrics, but I think this is the most amount of people we've had so far on stream. I started streaming about a month ago, but so far this is the most we've had to date, I believe. So let's try to get as many likes as we can on this stream. And no fireworks starting to be popping up in my room here, even though we hit TP. Where is... Oh, I might have to go in my... I gotta go into this YouTube studio. All right, I hope you guys end your day green. How did everyone trade today? Just wondering. Hope you guys ended green, because if you were red before the stream, you know, call this out to the private trading group for 2 risk reward. That should have recovered some. If you were down, maybe you shouldn't be down too much today. If you're down a little bit, call that out. You had a -1 here. If you took it, it's a lower probability because, I mean, Yesley hit the TP, NQ did not, so you could have moved the break even. I didn't. I hit it basically ran through my stop loss. I'm okay. Took a re-entry here with my entry model, and yeah. So you would have been up, you know, pretty good today. So if you were down, like let's say you took a loss before stream, you'd still be up pretty solid today. You'd be up 3 risk reward, which is not bad at all. 3 risk reward a day, guys, you have to consider is literally 60 risk reward a month. So risking 1% is 60% returns. If you are gonna complain about 60% returns a month, I don't know what to say, man. Don't know what to say. And I also posted a trade recap like a few hours ago on YouTube. It is a trade recap from quite a while ago, though, I will say. So you could probably check the timeline on that. I just forgot to post it, but yeah. Got 14 likes on the stream so far. Thank you for subscribing, Sam J_24. Appreciate it. I'm gonna low key. I'm probably gonna go to sleep today, man. Or just, yeah, I might just crash out after stream. Dude, I'm tired. But the fact we're able to call out some 2 winners, 1 loss, and a positive risk reward on stream on like barely 3 hours of sleep. Pretty good, right? Pretty damn good. I'm gonna regret it later though when I get older, but yeah, man. Hope you guys made money, man. I do hope you guys made money. Literally, these are free streams. Literally giving out you guys free money here. This is free money you can use to buy the course, and then you can just learn from the course how to trade yourself, my entire strategy, so that you don't even need me to make money anymore. You could just be printing money from a computer like this by yourself. Gonna read some of the chats here. Mike said, interesting idea about quant trading mathematical models. I'm looking forward to machine learning, feeding it with my custom data and objects like OBS, imbalances, candle types, liquidity levels. Yeah. I'm not really good with machine learning. I don't even know too much about that, but if you have a good bot that is able to only take A and A+ steps, you can simply trade different assets. Only thing is you should be aware that they are not correlated strongly to reduce risk. Yeah, that 100% makes sense. If I get what you're trying to say, is you're trying to say don't trade assets that are very correlated, because if you're trading multiple assets, if they're correlated, if you take a long loss on one asset, you're going to take a loss likely on another asset. So it makes sense. You're basically just doubling your risk at that point, and it's no different. You want to diversify. Obviously, your trading strategy, if you're going to deploy something automatic, or like an algo, obviously you want to trade assets that are different from each other, that are not correlated, so you have less risk. Yeah. Gold hit the TP. So if you guys took, did anyone take the gold long with my strategy here? This is like an A plus setup here. Or sorry, this is not A plus. This is an A setup here. We didn't have a sweep here, but this is an A setup here. Because I told everyone in the group the draw on liquidity is higher. So you should be taking these longs. I think we could potentially get a mitigation cycle here, honestly, and then go higher on gold. It does look like, to me, from my experience, a mitigation cycle here, but I could be wrong, right? But this does look like, the way price delivered here, it does look like a potential mitigation cycle. Phoenix Trading Labs, welcome to the stream. I'm trying to automate backtesting so I spend less time in front of the screen. That means coding ideas and strategies, then backtest or deep backtesting with TradingView. Yeah, that's literally what I do. That's what I did. Phoenix Trading Labs. I use the deep backtesting feature on TradingView, and that's how I was able to generate the report that my strategy. I already knew my strategy was profitable because I've been trading it live and done a ton of backtesting of 4,000 trades prior to like trading it live. So I already knew it worked, but I can't paste it. The image is too big. I was gonna show the report here. I have to crop it out here probably. But essentially, what was I gonna say? Image is too big. What? Oh, here you go, guys. Use this. There's an easy way to do this. You guys can just see it. Guys, click on that link. Oh my gosh, it exceeds the minimum word requirement on YouTube chat. That's annoying. Join the free Discord server. Go to the Profits channel. Control F and look at backtest, and you'll find my backtest on my algo trading robot that I made. I use deep backtesting feature. It backtested literally 5,679 trades. Like, that's already so many trades. That's more trades than I've manually backtested on my strategy. So it's plenty of data, and the equity curve is extremely nice. I'll tell you that for a fact on the buy. It's extremely nice. It's basically a 45-degree angle, which is what you want to see in equity curve. You're not going to get, you will get an exponential equity curve somewhat if you're compounding an account, but I believe the TradingView backtester does not compound, if I'm not wrong. It might actually, no, I don't think it's compounding. So it's a 45-degree angle, and there's very small dips in equity curve. So majority is just going up. So again, go to the Profits channel, and I'll just link it to you guys to just join here also if you want to see the proven probability of my trading strategy that I put into a bot. Again, it's not fully developed, the bot, so it's not trading like my only A plus or A setups I usually look for when I mainly trade. It's also taking some bad setups, hence why the profit factor is not as good as my manual trading. Hence why I'm also mainly trading right now and not using the algo. But at some point, once I figure it out and work on the algo, find ways to mechanically define other things into it, get it better, I'll just basically have my strategy automated at that point. But I will obviously be monitoring the algo just in case, because I wouldn't be comfortable putting that much money into a bot yet. I'll probably open like another account, and just with less money so I can diversify. You always want to diversify. I'll probably like open another account and diversify the money that I have and use that one specifically for the bot once I figured out everything, and then mainly trade my other account. So that's what I'm thinking right now of doing. So I reduce my risk, because you just never know with bots. Like, I'd trust myself still more over a bot. But yeah. We got another ally that joined the Discord. I don't know if it's the same ally, but we got two allies now in the Discord. One is a course member. The other one is a basic member. What's your preferred time to trade? I go over my kill zones a lot throughout all the streams and also in the course. I go over like timing and a lot of things in the course. So a lot of everyone's questions, you will just get it answered if you just get the 100 score course. But For a general answer, I usually prefer trading New York session and Asia session. Sometimes I will trade London, but usually that's when I sleep, so not too often London. Sebastian said, I'm in this one though. Oh, Sebastian hit TP. Nice. Nice job, Sebastian. Bro, you look older without the sunglasses. How old? Wait, hold on. How old do you guys think I look? Or how old do you think guys think I am based on my look? Just curious. I mean, sunglasses, yeah. I feel like sunglasses make anyone younger. Mm-mm-mm. Yo, do you guys think it's weird that I have literally my stream audio like replaying like through my headphones? Like I'm hearing myself talk. Like I just have it replaying my voice just because I want to make sure like the stream's actually picking stuff up and my mic's like not bugging out or anything and everything's sounding like correct. Is that weird? Phoenix said, "Do you ever use other indicators?" I don't. I do not use other indicators. I just shorted off the VWAP. When did you say this? I assume you're shorting right now. Oh, I assume you're. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What just happened to my trading view? Alright, cool, cool, cool. True that, true that, true that. My mouse just glitched there with my tab. I don't know what happened there. You're shorting here. I'm personally, if this was during my training session, I probably wouldn't be shorting here. Oh, but you can try it. To me, it's a lower probability setup based on my strategy that I teach. So probably wouldn't short it, but I'm not saying it can't work out, obviously. But yeah, I don't use other indicators. I only use the indicators in my ETU all-in-one indicator package. So for those that are wondering, I have a package of my indicators. And these are all the indicators. I'm currently working on a structured one, but all the other ones are fully released and fully functional. 313. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't use VWAP or any of that because there's no need for me to. It just adds too much noise to my trading strategy. My strategy already has such a good edge without like any of those noisy indicators. In my personal opinion, they're noisy. So I just use the indicators I custom coded that are tailored specifically to help people trade my strategy, save themselves more time, and mark out and filter things out, right? Because I have a filtering system for those that are wondering in my strategy or my indicators. So I have a filtering system. So this filtering system filters premium discount ranges, it draw ranges for me. It can filter through different time frame fractal POIs. It does a ton of stuff, honestly. This is probably one of the most advanced indicators personally on the market right now that I made because the reason why I made my own was originally just for myself. I talked about this a lot on the streams already in the past, but I made these mainly just because I wanted to make something that would help assist me, just save me time and manual busy work. Like this is busy work marking out this PY here, for example, when my indicator can mark it out for me. And obviously when it hits, my indicator can send me an alert either to my phone or to my desktop or to my email that a valid PY hit, and I can then go on the chart and look for a trade. So I can literally like technically not even be on the charts and just only be on the charts when my trade presents itself, because I can use the alert system that I have in my indicators to just do everything basically for the most part for me. I just have to basically manually enter. But yeah. And then later on, I decided to just kind of put some stuff together, put into a algo, and now I'm currently working on the algo. That's the goal. That is the goal. Yeah, and the algo is nothing special, but it's something. Actually, I wouldn't say it's nothing special because I think my strategy is very special and unique compared to most other people's strategy and the way other people view the market and how other people like label certain things. I don't treat the way I trade very, I'd say, distinct in a sense compared to a lot of other traders and how they see the market structure, especially liquidity is for the most part pretty similar, I'd say. But in terms of entry models and such, it's not entirely the same. So I have some unique setups like the stop hunter setup, which is very unique. No one else teaches it, and I only teach it in the Hunters Row course. And then also the OB entry model is very unique. No one else trades that as well, except for me. So there's some things. The only setup that isn't unique that I learned online was the IFG entry model. Other than that, everything else is just unique. Something that's from my own personal experience in journaling, and through my hard work, I was able to figure it out. Too many indicators is bad. I mean, if it's all working for you though, Phoenix over long run, meaning if you are profitable after 100 trades at least with those indicators and you feel you need them, just don't remove them. There's no reason to remove them if they're working for you. But if it's like excessive and it's not really benefiting your edge or EV, remove them. Right? I think currently with the amount of indicators I have on my chart, it might seem messy to some people, but it doesn't seem messy at all to me. I can even change the filtering so it's not as messy and it has more filtering, right? Like I can filter based on size of things, get rid of all of these POIs as you can see. So yeah, but for the most part, I think my indicator is very, just very good in general in terms of doing a lot of things. Like even if you don't trade my exact strategy, you can definitely use it for a lot of things. Like for example, you can use it for daily bias purposes, right? Look at gold, man. We might hit the draw on liquidity on gold. You guys see this? You might hit the draw on liquidity on gold. Did anyone take the gold trade? Again, I said I couldn't because I was live and I was interacting with you guys in chat, so I missed it. And I didn't have my alert set. But this gold with my entry model right here, your entry would have been here, your stop. The wick is huge. You'd probably use the aggressive stop loss or TP. And this is a 7 risk reward trade if you took my entry model and strategy on gold. Dude, this thing is running, bro. This thing is running. Gold's gonna hit my draw on liquidity. I sent out to the group literally ahead of time that this was my draw, the 30-minute London session high. I also said this on stream too. So people that took my advice that are basically taking longs on gold, you're also in profit as well. But I'm not gonna include that obviously with the trade count and such for the stream. 330, 331 delivered. What the heck? What happened at 331? What happened? Ignore the break of structure markings. The indicator, the structure indicator is still work in progress, y'all. I literally just started on it a few days ago, so. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are preparing to count crypto as assets. Whoa, this is huge. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are preparing to count crypto as assets for mortgages. What do you guys think about that? Dude, that's huge. That could change for mortgages? Crypto? I could change that's a huge, that's like way different than accepting like crypto at like for something cheap like food or like convenience stores or something. That's crazy. Unless I'm understanding that wrong. Russia is open to a new output hike if OPEC decides it's also needed. Nothing happened here. I was just looking at financial juice. Sometimes stuff randomly happens. Like for example, Trump could be saying something and it just dumps, but nothing happened there. Why don't you trade Bitcoin on weekends? Just free money. I don't trade crypto. I used to. I just don't trade crypto, H Ballhouse said, what's up with all the fancy fairy tale drawings? Huh? I mean, You just have to understand the system. It's gonna look like fairy tale and like made up stuff if you don't trade. You gotta learn my strategy first. Because I mean, if the fairy tale stuff made me call out 2 winners and 1 loss on stream today, and made you up and lot and profit, keep trading the fairy tale stuff. I don't know what to say. The fairy tale stuff is printing money. Fairy tale stuff is making me a full-time income off of just this. But also, why do you want to trade every day, R? Dude, I need to take my break too. I chill on the weekends. And if you're still learning and trading, you should not be trading on the weekends. You should be backtesting and studying, not trading. Oh, message retracted. What the heck? What happened to bro? Bro joined and dipped. That was weird. We got 25 people watching, bro. I don't know what's going on, but channel's blowing up, I guess, or something, dude. The channel's grown a lot the past month. I think Forex platforms allow Bitcoin trading over the weekend. I don't know about futures. I've never really tried. So, but like, you know, I stick to what works for me and what's been working. So I just trade what I know. You don't need all indicators all the time. Oh, well, it's up to you, man, honestly. What you think? Jacob says, hello. What's up, Jacob? Oh, Jacob is Jacob from the course? There was a Jacob that joined the course, I think, yesterday. Was that you? I keep forgetting, dude, because there's a good amount of people that joined yesterday. Honestly, I get lost between these names. We have another question here. It says, oh, it is you? Cool. What's up, man? If you wanna, I'm not doing more trade calls, Jacob, but if you wanna rewatch the stream, I'll have it posted. I don't have any copyrighted music on today, so it shouldn't get taken down by YouTube, but 3 trades called out today live on stream for 2 risk reward, 3 risk reward, and a -1. So literally free money. Guys, look at this, guys. What did I tell you on gold? My draw liquidity is about to hit on gold. It's about to hit. Missed out on 7 risk reward because of stream. Phoenix asked, do you ever get the urge to code in the evenings or on stream? I've coded on stream before, but I'm not gonna have my bro trying to bait me. You're trying to bait me into putting my code on stream? I was trying to code my indicator for my structure indicator I was trying to release the other day on stream, but it was on the other monitor. Also, I'm not gonna show you guys the code. What? But I love to watch, learn, ask questions. I'm doing a lot of coding myself, but not a pro yet. Oh, dude, I'm not a pro yet either, my guy. I've been coding for like over 10 years, but not like in PineScript, you know. It was mainly Java and Python. So I have like the basic logical foundation. I understand data structures, things of that nature, but PineScript is definitely easier though, for sure, than any of that. Is this a new feature? If I just hold left click on here and it shows this? What is this? You guys know what this is? If I just hold left click on my chart, it shows up this. Oh, I never seen this. New training view update, question mark? New training view update? I had 20. Oh my gosh, I had 23 plus indicators at one time. Sheesh. That's a lot, man. Phoenix, are you in the free Discord? I want to see this. Can you send me a, if you don't mind, can you send, I want to show the stream this. I want to see it at least myself. Like how many, like how, what does your chart look like, Phoenix Training Labs? Like 23 indicators is a lot. I only have 6, and 6 is like a decent amount, I feel like. Damn, 23? Ugh. Yeah, I do want to see a Phoenix. I think not just me. I think the entire stream wants to see this. 23 indicators, bro. 23? Dude, hold on. So I need to pull something up before I show everyone your chart. What that reminds me of is something like this. Let me see if I have the picture of it here. Do I have the picture of this thing? I saw this on a feed. This is what, obviously I know this is obviously a joke. I know you're not using these type of indicators, but this is what I like came up to my mind immediately when you said 23 indicators. Using these, bro? Like, what is this, bro? Yo, guys, can you see Phoenix Training Labs? This is chart. Yo, can you break this down real quick? I don't understand this. Can anyone break this down? I'm confused. We got the sun. We got the solar system. We got an alien. We got a satellite. We got, what the, is this what I think it is? We got waves. We got motion. We got, what is this, bro? A Gann chart? Or Gann chart, whatever it's called. Never misses. Never misses. Nice. Never misses. That's right. If you guys want to be profitable, you know, add this on your chart. Add this on your chart. It predicts price better than what I have here going on the stream. If you had this on your chart, you would have not missed. You would have got 3 winners here instead of my 1 loser. No, what are the questions someone asked? No, not that. Not that at all. What's up, Sato-san? Welcome, my dude. Obviously not your code. You could have the demo on your chart and your code on another window. More of a fun thing, not to leak your secrets. Lol, heart, appreciate it, Phoenix, Train Lab. Yeah, I could, but I think if I had to, because if I have 2 TradingView things open, I think if I save it, I don't know if it updates immediately to the chart on my other monitor on a different TradingView tab. I'll have to test that out, but I feel like that'll be, I don't know, some people might find it interesting. Some people might find it boring. We'll see. Maybe I'll do something like that one day. What's up, True Cry M3? I'm new here. What's up, man? What is up? Okay, nice. So Phoenix Training Labs, what do you code? Are you coding, are these 23 indicators stuff you coded yourself too? I mean, I know honestly, obviously you didn't code VWAP, but like, just True. What's up, True? Welcome to the stream. If you guys just join the free Discord. I have it pinned, as well as the direct WAP access. If you guys want to learn my entire strategy and system, and basically learn how I personally trade, I'd recommend you go there to the link. But members have made a lot of money today, man. We called out on stream. You guys can watch us back live if you don't believe. 2 risk reward winner here. A -1 here that I took. It hit TP on ES. If you took on ES, it would be actually back-to-back winners today called out on stream. And then lastly, this 3 risk reward called out on stream as well. And we later hit TP, as you can see. I'm going to remove this arrow here, but yeah, we later hit TP there. So hope you guys did, take these trades. I see Sato-san, I've been watching you since you in the Discord. Oh, bro be sneaking in here. Bro be sneaky. I haven't realized you're in here. Nice, man. I think we're going to get a mitigation cycle here, right here. I think we should be going higher here. Again, I'm not taking any trades here, but I think we should be going higher here. Gold hit my draw on liquidity that I caught out also in the Discord. So that's another call out that hit. I just missed the entry. Like I said, I was busy reading the chat, so I couldn't cash it in time. Didn't have alerts also, so I wouldn't have caught it anyway. Unless if I was trading, obviously without live streaming, I would have caught the trade or taken it 100% because this is an A setup. But yeah, I think NQ should be going higher from here. This looks like a mitigation of a flip here based on my strategy. But you guys are new here, join the free Discord and then click on the WAP link if you want to learn my strategy. The 100 risk reward strategy that I trade every single day. So the same thing I'm trading here live, but you learn it for yourself because I don't live stream every single day here. These streams are free, but it's not every day where I live stream, right? Some days where I just trade and I come on here and then I just go over trade recaps. How often do you stream? Not too often. I'd say twice, 2 to 3 times a week. It's not going to be as frequently anymore. It's pretty easy to get burnt out from streaming because I stream for like 3 hours each time and you have to talk the whole time. And you can probably understand this. Oh, actually, I don't think you can understand this unless you do it yourself. But being able to manage your trades, think clearly while looking at the chat, answering questions is hard. I missed out on this gold long with my strategy, which would have been a 8 risk reward or 7 risk reward trade here because I was trying to look at the chat. So I literally ran 8 risk reward here. So if you just TP out my TPs, that's 7.4 risk reward that I missed out here on this gold long because I was reading the chat. So it's quite difficult mentally to balance all 3 things. Trade my accounts, call these trades out, explain the reason why I take these trades, and answer questions in the chat. But I try to do the best I can. And so I do appreciate if you guys could at least leave a sub, and leave a like on the stream. And if you want more information for free, it's in the free Discord. I have backtest results from me and my students, prove my strategy I do teach in the course works. And yeah. Been watching you since you're in Discord. Took the NQ longs with your call and gold too. Nice, Sato-san. Let's go. Sato-san's also a course member, for those that don't know. I just recognize him because of his profile pic, literally, bro. It's because bro has the Batman Frog profile pic. Every time I see that, I just know it's him. Or Pepe Frog profile pic. I just know it's him. Hope to see you again, Phoenix. Okay, I can just do that in the code window. Then a few seconds later, chart updates. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Still waiting on your chart though, Phoenix, unless I missed something in my DMs. I want to see this. What does your chart look like? Let's get straight to the point. Here's the link if you guys want access to learn how to trade my strategy. It's in a course. I also teach in a mentorship, but the mentorship is just one-on-one, so I will literally hand hold you until you reach consistent profitability. So until you get at least 5 payouts or 3 months of green back to back to back on your personal account, I'll keep working with you. So you also get access to the private trading journal with all my trades in there. With the private mentorship, you also get lifetime access to the indicators, the entire indicator package, and all future updates for free as well. And now you also get access to someone sent a message here. Oh yeah, you get access to basically weekly 1 hour private sessions. So we'll go over your trades, look over them. I'll give you feedback on good, bad trades, and you review them and improve every single month or every single week is the goal. So the prime mentorship, it may seem like a lot, but for the value in providing, it's much more than that. So it is at a very good price right now for those that want to snag it. I only have one spot left right now for the 101. But if you just want to learn my strategy and you think you can learn everything yourself, you can take out the course. I also do post trade ideas as well in the group chat for the trading group. So it's not like you're going to be left behind. You can still talk to me, but it'll just be through the group communication when you buy the course. Appreciate it, True. Appreciate it. I know you're new here. Where you want me to post in the Discord? Just post in a free chat. I'm gonna make a stream chat at some point, but just post in the free chat. Well, actually, no, sorry. Just DM me, DM me instead. I actually don't want to put in a free chat. I'll just put it in the stream. Just DM me the thing if you can. I don't know if my DMs are open, but you can check. So you must be up a lot, Sato-san, today. If you took the NQ longs with my call out and the gold longs, you must be up a lot today. You might be up more than me. Gold longs, depending where you TP, obviously, but I ran 7 risk reward, NQ. I don't know which exact NQ long you took, but if you took all 3, that's still like 4 risk reward there. And then ES, these 2 trades I took myself off stream. But let's see if my draw is correct here, right? My draw, like I told you guys earlier on stream, is these highs here. So I'm anticipating, like I said, this was just a retracement, mitigation cycle. We should be going higher here. You can take a trade here, but I'm just done here. I don't want to get too greedy in a sense of, I just want to chill, man. We're done with the call outs. I've given you guys a lot of money already today. So hope you guys take advantage, man, of these streams. Because in the future, I'm going to make them paid at some point. But that won't be anytime soon, I feel like. I think I missed a question here. I'm looking back in the chat, y'all. If I'm looking this way, the chat's over here, so I'm looking this way. What's up, H-Ball? Oh, H-Ball out 88 with another question. My boy H-Ball out 88 earlier asked about the fancy rainbow magic that I have on my chart with the indicators and such. It's making me money, so it's literally making everyone money. If you guys literally just follow my exact entries here today, you would have made money. He said H-Ball out 88. Is there a way to post a question on the I don't have the bot enabled for that, but I'll just take a screenshot. So we got a question today coming in from caller H-Ball 88. My boy H-Ball 88 said, what is the better income, YouTube or courses? Does anyone want to know the answer to this question? I'm curious to the answer to this question. What do you guys think the answer is? This is a weird question. What's up, Jacob? Oh, so you coded about half of them? I coded myself, half our standard ones, like VWAP, EMA, ICT stuff, and the more session highs. Okay, cool. I don't personally use monthly and weekly because to me, they're a bit too high time frame. I'd like to don't make things too complex or too much, not complex, but too much stuff. I'd rather keep it a little bit more simplistic to things that are more relevant personally for my trading system. I'm not saying it's not relevant for yours. For me, my trading system, it's more relevant to just have recent session highs on those. And that's why I have show all session and show recent and toggled. So you can toggle between basically if you want to just show the recent ones or to all of them. But yeah, use the most recent ones for the most part, because they're more relevant to price. Might be a minute. I have a tech issue. Will shortly. No problem. Phoenix Stream Labs replies that I think the answer is courses or referrals, not YouTube streams. You need thousands of viewers to get any meaningful monetization. You're kind of close. I don't know why HBall asked this question. Also, this is a weird question to ask, but it's by far. I make no money off YouTube. Okay, if you guys don't know, my channel is not monetized. I don't monetize my YouTube channel. What does that mean? It means you guys don't need to watch ads and stupid ads before all the free content and education I'm providing you guys in these trade recaps, streams, all this. There's no ads. So there's no monetization on my YouTube channel. Hence, I'm not making a single penny, dollar, or anything on my YouTube channel. I don't even accept donations, tips, or anything for the streams either on my YouTube channel. So YouTube channel is just literally completely free game for you guys, man. Completely free game. So no, YouTube, I literally make no money, $0. You could say I'll even lose money off YouTube. I lose time, right? I'm spending time helping some people out for free. So I recommend you take advantage of the stuff I have posted up while it's still up. Welcome. A few new people joined from the stream. We got A1, we got Slatey, Isa, we got Stefanis, HC, Lapsky, 60 Hour, Ali, Brian, Red Rain James. Welcome to the free Discord server. H-Ball, what's your next question? But yeah, YouTube, I don't make money at all. And then for courses, I'm very transparent also, literally on the money I make from courses. You guys can literally look this up. Like literally everything I post on the YouTube channel is 100% transparent because I'm not trying to be some of these BS gurus on here that don't trade for a living. That just teach BS. Teach you guys things that don't even work, or they just leave you alone, right, after you join their thing. That's not what I do. If you want to know how much money I made off the courses, you can literally just go to the WAP and it literally tells you the number of people that have bought the course. Just do the math. Like take the price that I have for the course right now at $399. There's only one spot left, by the way, right now. The price is going to be increasing today, or basically whenever that one last spot is left. So it will be increasing. I already mentioned also to the entire Discord that I will be increasing it earlier this month already anyway. So people should have already caught on. I announced there was 5 spots, I think 2 days ago or yesterday, and now we have 1 spot left. So, and I have no clue how quick WAP also updates the number of spots. So this might be lagging or lagging behind. I'm not sure. So you're necessary to see if you can even buy it at the discounted price. If you can't, then it just means it's sold out. So there's that. But yeah, you can just do the math, and you can see how much I made off the course. And it's not much. It is not much. It's not, you cannot make a living like where I live in the US. You can't make a living off of that at all. It's impossible. So 99% of my income is just from trading. It's just from trading profits. So hopefully that answers your question, H-Ball out, because that's probably what you were trying to question me into. I kind of tell from the question. You're probably trying to ask me what percent is from trading, actual trading versus courses. In a sense, I already said YouTube doesn't make me any money. So there it is. There's your answer. Hopefully you're satisfied. We got a new subscriber. Thank you, Ronnie, for subbing. Phoenix Trading Lab also, you need thousands of viewers to get meaningful monetization. I think the CPM rate for finance on YouTube, if you just Google it, is pretty high. So I could still make, I think from my YouTube channel, if you just calculate based on views, if I had it monetized, I think it's a few $1,000s. But it's nothing. So there's no difference to me. I'm gonna keep the channel non-monetized for you guys. So and then obviously big channels. I know there's some very big YouTube trader channels that definitely make a pretty good bag from YouTube monetization because they probably get hella views, but I don't really care about that money. Or referrals. And also there's affiliate links. Yeah, so you can also make money off affiliate links. I'm very transparent about that as well. You can see them in my link tree. There's coupon codes, but I also make nothing from that as well. It's basically nothing. It's not even above. It's not even close to $200. I'll just tell you that. So you can probably figure out where most of my income is coming from. It's not coming from any of these sources here. All right, we have 2 minutes till market close here, guys. Probably gonna end this. I'm gonna end the stream here. It's been a great stream. Hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. No music because I didn't want to risk the copyright music potentially like last time. I kind of want to see if my draw was gonna hit today on stream with this high that was pointed out. A hit on gold, which is awesome. But we'll see if my mitigation cycle plays out here on NQ. Hope you guys did enjoy the stream. Subscribe, leave a like, turn on notifications if you don't want to miss next streams or future streams. Again, join the free Discord. I will be active in the free Discord. And as soon as I said that, guys, we hit the draw. What did I tell you guys? We were going higher. I'm literally predicting price. I'm not even reacting based on what price is telling me. I'm predicting what price is literally live time right now. Right? I told you guys, longs down here are very good. And we should expect, if you want to go higher, you move towards the PYs above. And literally, we're gradually climbing up there. We're not going to hit these PYs today. Market is basically closed now. But we hit the draw right there. So, and I hope you guys do enjoy these free educational videos or streams. Obviously made some money. You can use that money and invest into basically the course with that money. There's only one spot left for the course at the current price. And then I'll open up the new pricing, which is going to be more expensive right after that one spot gets taken today. So I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. Join the free Discord, like I said. I think I already mentioned that. I have other stuff on the WAP link on my website if you're interested. I have descriptions of everything I have to offer if you want to learn how I trade my strategy that's able to make me 100 risk reward every month. This is 4 risk reward caught on stream today. Overall in the day, including my other trades I took, not including this gold, I didn't take that trade, is 11 risk reward today. So I won't be trading 8 a session likely today. Made a pretty good amount of money today. And I'll probably come back tomorrow on New York session. Not necessarily on stream. I'll be active in the private trading group with the course members. So hope to see you guys in there. Peace.